Alright, SoFi update again. This video is going to be a little bit different though. I'm going to do SoFi versus Upstart and what I see from the charts. So again, I did a SoFi video about 12 hours ago, and I talked about that I think we're going to hit 550. And I actually went back and looked at the chart even more and compared it to Upstart to kind of get a better idea of what I'm expecting from both. Because despite the fact that Upstart got a huge move off their last earnings and we did not, they basically have the same pattern. So let's go ahead and go over that. So SoFi, here's a more in-depth look at what I think this is. I think we're in a WXY pattern, so like that. And I think that this is an ABC pattern. So A, B, C. Based on what I see, the date that I would be targeting would be early October for the low of down here at 550. That is also the 1.61 fib. Actually, it's kind of crazy if you look at this with parallel lines here. This says 527. The 1.61 fib of the W wave is at 527 or 530. So, a little bit more in depth of why I think this. Because right here is ABC. And then you get an expanded flat right here. Hits the 1.61 fib. So this is also ABC. And then what I think is going on now is I think that they just extended this Y wave out. So basically they just wanted to make it as painful as possible. So you get right here, you get an ABC move. A, B, C. So that's the A wave. Now you get A, B, C, like that. Within this B wave, you have A, B, C. And then you get the overall B wave up here. If I draw a parallel line from the top of this move right here to B, let's just see where it goes. And it also goes right in that same area. So that parallel line goes right there, and it equals early October. So then we get this final move down. This has got to be an ABC move again. So you get A. We're currently in the B wave. C wave down. Let's see where the 1.61 fib is of. It's a little bit lower, 505. But use a parallel line. Let's just get an idea of where this would take us. And again, right around that same area. 530. So all these are pointing down to 530 to 550. There's a weekly demand down there. This would end up completing sometime around October. This would be ABC, and the whole thing would be WXY, and the whole completion would be the overall B wave. So then now you would have A, B, C. So people that think I'm bearish, I'm not bearish. I'm short-term bearish. I'm overall very, very bullish on SoFi. But just to show you how I got that target, I'm not doing this off any bias, anything. It's completely by the chart, what I see. But if we were to break, another thing too is I didn't add this in. This long-term trend line right here also hits around 550. So I'm giving you 4 different reasons why I think it's going down to 550, and you have a gap fill here at 550. So there's 5 different reasons why I think it's going down to 550. If it were to break above this parallel line right here, so 763, then I would potentially change, but it would just kind of depend on what it looked like. But if it did break above this convincingly, it could come up here to 850, and I would say that that changes things. But right now, as it stands, this is kind of what I'm looking at right here. Just coming down in this area over the next couple of months. And obviously, it's a timing call, so timing calls are very hard to get right, but that's what it looks like to me. Sometime down here in the next couple of months. So that is Sofi. I've gone over that before. That was a more in-depth look, but let's look at Upstart now. Most people probably don't care about Upstart, but just because they have a lot of similarities. So big move into August 2023, and then it's been down ever since. I have a little bit different view on Upstart than I do on Sofi, but again, this could end up being just an overall B wave too, and then it could come down here afterwards. I actually think it would suck a lot more to be an Upstart now after this move, because I think this has a lot more to sell off. I think when this hits 39 to 47, it's a big time short right here, and I think it's coming down here to minimum 26 bucks. So yeah, it's kind of the same thing though. Sofi, I'm saying it has a little bit more to go, maybe up here to 730. Upstart maybe up here to 40 to 44. This is daily supply. This is weekly supply. So this is a big time short right in there. Sofi is not a big time short because nothing down here is a big time short, but I do think it's probably coming down here to 550. There's a lot of similarities in these charts. I have this drawn out as a triangle potentially, but and then coming down here and potentially filling the gap at 14 bucks. There's a gap down here at 14 bucks. And you can see the overall move would be like that. So I'm a lot more bearish on Upstart than I am Sofi, but it's basically the same chart, except for Upstart got a big move recently on earnings, and we did not. We came down on earnings. So just wanted to point that out. Another one that actually is very similar to Sofi is Tesla. Gone over this chart a lot. You can see the same similarities. Big move up into July, big fall into April. Where's April here? We had a big fall down here, a little bit different. And then big move higher into July. Where were we at in July? We were up here at 8 bucks. And now down, up. So this would suggest that Tesla is probably coming down as well to like 155. So I have a bear count and a bull count on Tesla as well. But you can see the similarities in the charts. It's important to look at that, because if they all generally follow each other, they're probably all generally going to make the same move here soon. And so yeah, Upstart I think is a short between 40 and 47. Sofi, again, not really a short, more of a hedge around this area. And then Tesla, I've given you the bull count on that. There's also a bear count where I see it going like this down to this long-term trend line, similar to Sofi, long-term trend line here at 550. This would be at like 155. So I've given you a lot of reasons to be cautious coming up over the next week or so. They have Jackson Hole on Friday. So be cautious coming into this. This would be a bullish move. It breaks above, anywhere above 765 from here would be very, very bullish, in my opinion. But again, we're hitting supply, and we're probably coming down here sometime in the next 3 or 4 months. So feel free to disagree again. I know there's a lot of people that disagree in the comments. That's fine. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I'm just looking at the chart, trying to give the best analysis that I can. It's really tough on this back and forth move, but I think this one makes a lot of sense. So that's it. Leave me a comment, like, subscribe for more updates, and I'll keep an eye on all these stocks and see if they move in similar fashion.